It's 8:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time, and here we are live on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter, all the four platforms together. I look forward to welcoming all of you on these four platforms. Yeah. So I'm Aastha Tatia, your happiness coach for those of you who are meeting me for the first time. And work on workplace relations with Aastha is all about delving deeper into the aspects of your workplace, which directly or indirectly impact your experience. And at the core of it all is your relationship, the quality of relationships that you have at workplace. Yeah. And that is one very, very important factor which defines your experience at workplace, right? So that's where we dive deep into those aspects of your personality, those aspects of your relationship with yourself, which are impacting what's happening outside, right? And today I want to talk about the topic is ever focused on the quality of what you deliver. And let me set the context, why this topic and what's the whole context. So every day, every masterclass, every program, I hear leaders talk about how they are struggling at workplace, how they are going through all those ups and downs in their relationships, and how the behavior of people outside at their workplace is impacting their overall work experience, right? So when people walk up to me and when we have this discussion and when they say this is what I'm going through in my organization, then let's understand the fundamental setup of any organization. Why are you even there in that organization? We often miss out on that, right? So the organization has a purpose of existing, right? It's there to fulfill some purpose, it's there to solve some problem. And within that, how they are doing it, uh, whatever is their way, within that, you are hired to create some value, right? No other purpose of hiring you, no other purpose of having you there. The only purpose the organization wants you there is to create some value, right? And what is it that you are creating, and the quality of that which you are delivering in the organization makes all the difference. And quite often, what leaders don't realize, that while running the race and while thinking about who's doing what, who's supporting me, who's responding to me, who's appreciating me, who's recognizing me, all of these things come in. The day you enter, you're giving your heart and soul, you start to do everything, and then you start to judge people slowly, gradually. This is not working. Ek mahina, do mahina, teen mahina, depends. But there comes a point where you're like, oh my God, look at this. How is this happening? This is not the way. This is not the basic etiquette. What do I do? Nobody understands me. And then that's what you start thinking. Probably I need to move on. I need to quit, etc., etc. And what happens, interestingly, is in this process, you forget the core reason of you being there, which is creating value, nothing else. I mean, all the other aspects are important, which is how you're being treated, how the chemistry unfolds, how's your experience there at at the workplace. But what is important is, am I fulfilling the core job that I have been hired for? And by core job, I don't mean that I come there every morning, do stuff, go back home, again, come back every morning, do the stuff, go back home. It's like, am I creating that value? And am I enhancing that value with time? Am I evolving within that function that I've been hired for? Right? So, okay. Hi, Mukta. Good evening. Thank you for joining in. I see some of you are here. Please drop in a hi so that I know you are here. And I'd love to welcome you. And also drop in the comment box your experiences, your perspectives as we talk. Right? So, whatever resonates with you, or if you have some alternative viewpoints, please do that. Let's make it a back and forth. Great. So, okay, hi, Karnam Prabhakar Rao. Good evening. Thank you for joining in. So, I was talking about, so you, in the process, somewhere miss out on the core purpose of you being there. And you get so engrossed in whether everything around me is my way or not. And it's not a question of whether you are right or wrong, whether the other person is right or wrong. I'm just, I want you to take your focus for a moment, if that's not where your focus is. So I want you to take your focus to the core purpose why you are even there in the organization. Your organization has not hired you to, uh, to kind of create an amazing experience for you, to pamper you, or to say, wow, let me do this, let me do that. Fundamentally, if you're creating value, a lot of things happen in your favor. People want to consider, people want to hold you back, they don't want to let you go, they want to pay attention to what's troubling you, they want to make it easy for you, by and large, I'm talking about, right? But if I start to only focus on what's not working, right, and I forget on whether what I'm delivering, and by the way, these are interrelated, yeah, I would say it's like a cycle. So when all of this is not working your way, relationships, the experience, all that, it impacts your efficiency, your productivity, because you get sucked into it, and then you just deliver for the heck of it. It's not your 100%. You may not intend to do that, but that's what happens, because here what's playing is, ye work nahi kar raha, this is not good, I don't like this, I'm being told this, so you're only in that victim mode, and that impacts your productivity, your efficiency, and the quality of your delivery. When that is impacted, you again are only, it's not happening. So for the organization, that's not a welcome thing. For the organization, you are like a problem child, if I may say that. This is not working, this is not working, struggle, ye theek karo, aisa nahi ho raha, can we do this, can we do that, and what about the value that you were to deliver, right? So you're getting my point. So at any point, if you're struggling, no matter what, it's important to have your focus on the quality of what you are delivering, right? And if that is something, that's your core reason of being there, and if you can only build the muscle to bring your focus primarily on what you are delivering, what you are creating in terms of value, then I think it makes all the difference. And there is a very different aspect to it, which is very, very important. I'll just mention that. I don't want to get into the depth of it, because that's a very different, very deep subject in itself. And that is that I'm not trying to say that irrespective of whatever is happening in the organization, you don't bother, you let yourself get damaged, and you keep tolerating everything. No. But I think that's where the other aspect comes in, which is, are my or whatever the organization is up to, or what are the core values of the organization, is that in alignment with my core values? Am I in sync? So those fundamentals need to be taken care of. If that is in sync, broadly, I know, then I better make it happen. That's where probably resilience also comes in. So I focus on making it happen. As long as fundamentals are taken care of, my fundamentals are not compromised with, yeah, that gives me a straight back. Yes, okay. Now the other things need to be balanced with the value. What is the value? What is it that I'm creating? What is the quality of my delivery? All of that. But yes, you cannot for sure focus on the value or the quality of your delivery if your fundamental, your core values are compromised with. And that happens when you have not bothered to see what are your non negotiables, what doesn't work for you. Absolutely, that's not who you are as an individual. And you enter an organization, and then there's this disharmony, and you stay on and you sulk. So it's like a complete lose out situation, right? I hope you're getting what I'm saying. So within that, uh, hoping that that is already taken care of, that's the context where I'm coming from. that you've taken care of that basic. Now it is about what is the quality of my delivery. Can I bring my focus? Can I create? And then trust me, the organization would want to give it back to you. No organization wants to let go people who are assets. No organization wants to make it difficult for people who are assets. Its organization is not a charitable trust. We don't go for social service. If good quality work, it's a win-win for both. Absolutely, Karnam. I completely, I'm glad it resonates with you. True. And that's something we miss out on. So we start to behave as if the organization owes this to us. Well, no, it doesn't. If it's not working, there's a fundamental discord, please move on. Figure out, find out something. You will have organizations where culturally there's an alignment. Once you figured that out, now bring all your focus into doing that work and creating value and delivery there. ये बेसिक्स हम मिस आउट कर जाते हैं, ये बेसिक्स पे हम ध्यान नहीं देते हैं. वी यू नो एंड क्यों नहीं देते हैं? आई टेल यू, बिकॉज वी हैव नॉट फिगर्ड इट आउट फॉर आवरसेल्व्स. We don't know what our core values are. So we'll keep sulking, we'll keep feeling disempowered, but we don't know what is causing it. And that's because your core values, you're compromising there. And because you don't know. So figure that out. Find an organization where there's an alignment. Basics are taken care of, foundation is there. Now focus on your delivery, the quality of what you deliver. And when you do that, I promise, one, it's a win-win, yes. And two, in all probability, fundamentally you're anyway okay, you're enjoying because it's all taken care of. Now those little if I may call them problem areas, you can confidently walk up to somebody because you're creating value, because what you're delivering is valuable. And that's where your boss, your manager, the seniors, they're going to say, yes, tell me, Mr. X, yes, sure, I would love to listen to you. When you've not created that value, and we all know within our heart, and when I walk up with that negligible value or negative value or not as great value, one, I'm disempowered because that's not my potential. Potential unexpressed is like the biggest pain. You know you're capable of more, but you're stuck in something which is workable, but you've not done that. You're stuck somewhere and you're not creating that value. You are disempowered. Now you walk up to those people. There's no strong case to put forward. You feel even more disempowered. And guess what? The other person or people, for them also, it's like, big deal. What is this all about? Is it even worth it? Right? So the point that I'm trying to make is this is something you just cannot miss out, no matter what. You want to make a choice of moving out, do that by all means, but you cannot not create value. You cannot not deliver quality, right? That's very, very important. The more we work on ourselves, more we become valuable for others too. It's all about, again, coming back to the self. Yeah. Yeah, true. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's always about coming back. True. That's a strong reminder. Thanks for that. So it's important to come back and look at what holds me back from creating that value. And once I'm able to move beyond those barriers, which are most of the times mental barriers, because nobody holds you back, nobody ties you up with a rope that no, you're not going to do this. It's those mental barriers, not physical barriers, and they hold you back. And once you are able to create the value, that's when you can further uh, put forward your needs, put forward your desires, and put forward confidently with a lot of courage. There'll be a different level of confidence altogether, and people would be willing to listen to you. So, yes, figure out, if you're not focusing on this, figure out what's missing. First focus, fundamentally my core values, what is it that I'm aligned with, is that in sync somewhere? Is Have I figured that out for myself? What do I stand for? Who am I? What matters to me? What works for me? What just doesn't work for me? Like I'll just give you an example. When I was doing my MBA, which was I think long back, and I did my summer internship in Mumbai with an ad agency, and I recall distinctly the culture of ad agencies is a very different culture from maybe different routine corporates, and for me, I had never had an exposure to any corporate for that matter when I was doing my MBA, pursuing my MBA. And this ad agency, that was like a cultural shock for me, and I could sense, like, 2 months spent there, I did whatever I could do, but guess what? Culturally, I wasn't aligned, I wasn't comfortable, I wasn't in my skin in that space. And I could figure out the points, the kind of language that was being used. I wasn't comfortable. It's not about wo sahi hai ya galat hai. It's about whether I am aligned or not. And it's not also about, oh, no, 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 I need to do the work and somehow bring myself to like that or to be in sync with that. No, I'm not saying that. There are certain things which are so core to you. That's who you are. Not impossible to change that, but why work on that when you have something available which will align with your core values? So let's not waste energy there. So I realized that ad agency is not for me, because I was doing marketing. So ad agency was like a summer internship I had, but no, I realized culturally I was not aligned. That was not for me. And my supervisor, under whom I was doing this summer internship, he was, when somebody said, oh, she's uncomfortable, don't use that kind of language. And he said, no, if she's got to work in an ad agency, she better get used to this language. And at that moment, I knew, no, this is not for me, I guess. And can I be okay with it? Why not? Because then there are other organizations where I can figure out this is where I'm in sync with the core, right? So the point that I'm trying to make is, if you are stuck in that compromise of your basics, so you can't bring your energy in creating. And I saw that happening just in those 2 months. That was not my 100% that I did there, because I was constantly into that, what's happening, what do I do, how do I just couldn't somehow get myself to do that, right? So I hope the point is clear. Figure out for yourself, starts with yourself, understand who you are, what is it that you want. Yeah. And exploring is fine. As you explore, you'll know more. This doesn't work, no, 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 this is not in sync. But the more you bring clarity, this quitting organization, moving to the next one, ye nahi work kar raha, let me move to the next one, and then landing in a similar situation and further reinforcing your limiting beliefs, right? That which holds you back. It's better to do some homework, to spend some time figuring out you yourself, and so that you make it slightly better for you. Otherwise, I think, yes, it's a journey of exploring, but this one aspect of creating value, this one aspect of delivering value is of paramount importance. And I see very few people talking about it when we are in the coaching conversations or the clarity sessions. Everybody has a list of, this is not working, this is not working, this is not working. Nobody ever talks about the quality of what I am delivering, and whether I'm even thinking about it at all within whatever is going on. And that's where I thought this is important to bring to your notice, right? Yeah. I hope this makes sense. If it does, do let me know in the comments. Hi, Vikram. Hi, Anuradha. Okay, so can I say that if our values are aligned with the organizations, there'll be a win win for both? Absolutely. Absolutely. Totally agree. Totally agree. Yes. And that's where you've taken care of a big chunk in all probability, and now head on for, okay, what can I do here? How can I do this better? How can I do this more powerful? So then now you start with still discovering who you are and what matters and doing the work on yourself. But now it's the next level because that foundation is clear. Without the foundation, without that, it just becomes you feel lost. Yeah. So I hope this made sense. This is something very, very important. Please spend some time reflecting on this if you've not done it. What is the value that you are delivering? What is the quality of your delivery in the organization today? As on date, what is it that you are doing? Yeah. And I'd really say, please spend time because that will open up a lot of things for you. For once, put aside everything and focus only on this one aspect, right? And then do share with me on any of these platforms in the comments what opened up for you. No agendas, no outcomes that we're looking at, but what opened up for you as you reflected on this. What's happening in your current, position, organization that you're a part of? Do share with me, and I'd love to support you, help you in figuring out all of this. This is what we're talking about today, but an essential part of your workplace experience. So if you want to explore this further and deeper, do reach out to me, drop in a message, and I'll be happy to connect with you on a call. Yeah. Great. Thank you so much, all of you, for joining in. Those of you who are here live, thank you. Thank you. I just hope this was meaningful for you. And those of you who are going to watch this a little later, thank you for doing that. I'd love to hear from you. Drop in your comments, your perspectives, and I hope to hear more from you. Okay, great. Thank you, Mukta. Thank you so much. And I'm going to see you next Sunday now, 8:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time. Remember, that's the time. And look forward to having this conversation with you on yet another topic from the workplace setup in that landscape. And lots of love until then. Lots of happiness. Have a great week ahead. Enjoy. Take care. Bye bye. Thank you so much. Thank you, Karnam Prabhakar Rao. Thank you, Mukta. Bye bye.